Hello everyone. It's Melissa Faust here from stampwithmelissa.com. Welcome to today's video. We are doing no stamping today. So if you're looking for stamping, this is not the video for you. But I'm going to tell you all about Stampin' Up's OnStage event in Houston. Now, I have done videos like this before, kind of like, it's not a vlog, but it's like a vlog, right? Where I'm going to tell you just like all the details and things. My very first OnStage event was in November 2022 in Anaheim. I should say my first in-person OnStage. And at the time, I'm such a type A details person that I really wanted to know every little thing to expect, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So I created it. And it's a little bit of like a vlog or a diary for myself, so I can go back and watch these videos and enjoy them. But I also want to share with you because a lot of people are interested in this and they want to know the ins and the outs and exactly what goes on, right? And so I'm going to share as much as I can. I did put up, from when I'm filming this, it's a few days ago from when I am filming, I put up a question on Instagram just asking what people wanted to know. So I do have some questions to go through. I'll do those at the end probably, or close to the end, because the end I'm going to put up just a bunch of pictures because again, this is for me too, just to remember to have everything in one place. I did post on Facebook throughout the trip and Instagram, but the tricky part with that is like, I'm just going to be honest, you're exhausted. Okay. So if I got a picture with somebody and they took it on their phone, I didn't always get it right away. And that I totally get because it's exhausting. You're out and about, you're not on your phone worrying about sending pictures and all that. So it was a little bit like out of order, or I'd get pictures like later and then they didn't get shared and all that. So I've got all of them compiled and together and they're all going to be in this video. And if you are watching this and we saw each other at OnStage and we took a picture together at OnStage and it's not at the end of this video, it's because I don't have it. So you need to send it to me. It won't make the video, but I still need it. So, because I need it for my memory. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this year OnStage, well, first, what even is OnStage? Let's start there. OnStage is a demonstrator event that Stampin' Up hosts. It's similar, I guess it used to be called convention. So you can think of it like a convention. You know, basically whatever you'd think of that term, that's pretty much what it is. But it is super duper fun. It is for any demonstrator who wants to register. You don't have to be a certain title. You don't have to have like been a demonstrator for a certain amount of time. None of that. If you want to go, you can register and you can go. So in the past, like I said, my first one was in 2022. This is my second in-person OnStage. So I don't have a lot of history here. That's why I didn't know what to expect, right? This is my first multi-day OnStage. So when I went in 2022, they had, I believe it was 5 locations in the US were one-day events. I chose to go to Anaheim. The closest one to me at that point was, I think, Indianapolis. And a lot of people I knew went to Indianapolis, but I chose to go to Anaheim because Disneyland, come on. So I made a trip out of it. But Houston this year, it was a multi-day. So it was about 2.5 days of Stampin' Up activities. And so this was the first one I went to that was a multi-day experience. So, OnStage is like, they moved it to March, and so we get to see the new annual catalog. We got copies of the annual catalog. We got to see project demonstrations of products from the annual catalog, so sweets, bundles, stamp sets, whatever. There's prizes. There's just like gifts that you just get because you're registered. They had a really cool recognition hall of fame, all that stuff. So anyway, it's a really fun event. So I'm going to tell you about like my experience. So I'm in Minnesota. So, and my mom is a demonstrator. She doesn't sell. She's considered a hobby demonstrator. And I got a question on that later, or on Instagram. So we'll talk about that one later more, but she's a self-proclaimed hobby demonstrator. Okay. So there you go right there. I'm a business demonstrator. She's a hobby demonstrator, and we both went. So we flew out together on Wednesday afternoon. I had to work a half day that morning. So we flew out Wednesday afternoon. We landed around maybe like 6 or so and headed to the hotel. You know, we're after check-in time. So super smooth process. People at the front desk were so stinking nice. So checked in, did all that. Well, my friends Heidi, Marion, and Cheryl were already there. You may know them if you've done my Stampin' Cross Country retreat before. They were all already there. Long story short, Heidi was not supposed to be there yet, but she had a little flight snafu, so she got in a day early. But anyway, so they were there, and I didn't really know where they were, but at some point there was like a text chain, and there was something about like they were over at the convention center and blah, blah, blah. Well, Stampin' Up! Had like room blocks at 5 different hotels. And so we were at this convention center, I think it was like the George Brown Convention Center or something like that, which I guess somebody told me is the size of 3 football fields. I did not confirm that, but it is very big. But they had like room blocks at 5 hotels, and 2 of the hotels actually were connected on the ends of the convention center and had skyways. So you didn't even have to go outside. You could go through the skyways. Well, I stayed at the Marriott, which is also where some of the breakout classes were, which is why I chose to stay at the Marriott. It was more expensive than the other 4 hotels, but I chose to stay there because I knew that some of the things I was going to be participating in were being held there. And that just sounds like music to my ears. Why wouldn't I make it more convenient on myself? Okay. So anyway, I chose to stay at the Marriott, and my mom and I, we landed, we got to the hotel, whatever, and we were hungry. So we went to the pool deck, got dinner, and then there was some text chain at some point about Heidi was somewhere, but I don't remember where. And Cheryl and Marion were going to check out the convention center and whatever, but this was like a half hour later, and I was like, said to my mom, I said, let's go check it out, because they've got to be set up. Like, the event starts tomorrow. They're probably set up. Let's just go see what's going on. So we walked over to the convention center, ended up running into Heidi, Marion, and Cheryl, plus Heidi's mom and Cheryl's downline, Marcy, and just other people. So we went over there and we got to kind of see things, which was really nice because Stampin' Up! Put up a recognition hall of fame. I'll put some pictures in either here or at the end, but they put in a recognition hall of fame. So anybody who achieved or had achievements during the 2022 to 2023 Stampin' Up! Year got to go have their name on this wall, which is really cool. It's not something they've done before, but it was really fun because we were there Wednesday night, so I got to take pictures of all the places that my name was listed without it being crowded and a whole bunch of people around. So that was really special. They had a fun photo booth, just a bunch of things, and we just kind of peeked around, and you know, I may have looked behind the curtain at our swag. I didn't go behind the curtain, I just like peeked a little, you know. So that was really fun, and yeah, so that was cool to kind of check that out. And then we just went back to the hotel room, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of a little bit of a blur. I'm still a little bit tired. So we went back to the hotel room, I think, and just hung out and whatever and went to bed. So on Thursday morning, we didn't have anything planned. So I was like, you know what? Friday and Saturday, we have to get up early for OnStage for the event. And Sunday, we had a super early flight out. So I was like, Thursday, I'm laying in bed because I allow myself 1 day a week to lay in bed you know, for a little bit, like after I wake up. And I wasn't going to get that. So I was like, Thursday's the day. So Thursday is good. Well, I went on Facebook, you know, woke up, whatever, went on Facebook and saw that the product purchase premiere was posted a little bit early. Now, if you're not familiar, so demonstrators always get to pre-order from new catalogs early. With the annual catalog, because it's so large, we have a selected list. Now, with like a mini catalog and online exclusives, we can pre-order everything that's going to be offered. But annual catalog is a selected list. So the product purchase premiere is anybody who goes to OnStage can pre-order ahead of time. Okay, so that was already up and live, and I was like, I want it, right? So I was like, I have nothing else to do. So I laid in bed and probably spent an hour just oohing and awing over all the stuff that I could see listed. We couldn't see the catalog yet, so I, you know, saw it all out of context, but just oohing and awing on all of it. And I placed my pre-order and I overnighted it so it would be there Friday, even though I wouldn't be home till Sunday. This is so funny, you guys. I overnighted it for Friday because I knew I'd be home on Sunday morning and then I could play with it on Sunday. And where I live, UPS does not deliver overnight deliveries on Saturday, or do 2-day delivery on Saturday. They don't deliver the expedited. So if I had waited or done 2-day, I would have had to wait till Monday, and that wasn't good enough for me. So I overnighted it. And, you know, my dad was home, whatever. He took the box in for me and all that stuff. And then after that, I think I just like got ready and whatever. And then Heidi had texted that check-in had started a little bit early. So my mom and I went down. This is funny. I showered, right? Got out of the shower, saw that check-in was open. We were like, let's go. I was like, it's humid in Houston. It's going to take forever for my hair to dry anyway. So who cares if it's wet? Let's go. So we went down to check-in. Now I'm going to show you what we got at check-in. I'm not going to like do a camera down because, the stuff is too big anyway, and my desk is just like covered. So I'm just going to show you. But at check-in, we got this really, really awesome backpack. Now this is huge. You can see how big it is. This took up half of my suitcase, of my large checked suitcase. So that was a really weird laugh. Some of the chuckles didn't want to come out. Anyway, so it's a really super nice backpack. Sometimes like some of the bags you get at like an event or whatever, it's like, oh, okay, thanks. This is a really nice backpack. So you can see just a standard backpack, right? But then it's got like wire in the top, so it actually opens like this, like it's like a full, I don't know what you call this, whatever. And of course it was filled with stuff, but I'll show you that separately. And it didn't come with this tag either. This is actually from my friend Heidi Collins. It says, "You're not your average friend," and it says Melissa. And then she got me a shirt, which I forgot to bring down here to show you, but I have pictures, so you'll see those. Anyway, and then it was Cheryl's idea to she put hers on her backpack, and I thought, well, that's really smart because everybody is using their backpacks, as we all should be. But how am I going to know which one's mine? So I put this on it. So that was smart. So anyway, this backpack, it has a little pocket in the back, which I think is really cool. So you could put like a passport in there or something, and then, you know, people can't access it because it's on your back. It's got really deep, like these are really nice side pockets, and it's got it on both sides. Okay. You'll notice there's a little like thingy up here. Well, this is because it's actually got like a charging cord. So you could put a battery pack in here and have it connect through, and then you can have stuff charging on the inside of your backpack. How cool is that? On the inside here, it's got a laptop pouch, you know, with the little Velcro strap thing. So a little laptop pouch. It's got little pockets. Sorry, I'm not holding this very well. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. So it's got little pockets right here and right here and right here. And on the other side, it's super duper nice. You can see it's really nice and deep as well. And then on the front, it's got this pocket, which is not very deep. So kind of nice for like pens or, you know, Kleenexes. Ask me what I kept in there. This very front pocket is super nice as well, you know, just to put some more stuff in there, like more pens. Or just other stuff, and it's a little bit bigger, so you can fit a few more things in there. And then this one here actually opens into the backpack. There's my hand. So it opens like that, but it's cool because you can, there's a little like Velcro ledge here, so you can pop this up so it like stops. So if you put anything in on the top, it's not going to fall out the bottom. So I thought that was really cool, and just a really clever design. I'm excited to use this backpack for lots of things. It can fit so much. So I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes when I craft, like on the weekend, if I have to craft for a class or something, I will actually bring some of my crafting supplies out of my craft room, and I'll bring them up to our upstairs because I'm in the basement. It's like dark and cold down here, especially in the winter. So I'll bring them upstairs, and I always struggle. I have to bring like 3 bags. I think it all can fit in there, which is really exciting. So inside that backpack, we had this really cool little, I don't even know what to call this. It's like a lunchbox, but it's not. So I believe that this is supposed to emulate our peach pie color, which is a new in color. And then of course, lemon lolly and melon mambo. Obviously they're not exact colors, but I think it's supposed to emulate. You can see it says Stampin' Up on the front there, or on the top. It's got a little handle here, and then it's also got a pocket in the backside. But this is really neat. So it's got all these little dividers. So you could use this for crafting tools. I did see somebody who used it as an ink pad caddy, which is really cool. My immediate thought was camera lenses, because I have a camera backpack that has like removable slots like this for my lenses. I don't know for sure. It is very tall, but I don't know for sure that like the lenses I would want to carry around would fit in here. But anyway, I still thought of it for that. And so I think this will be fun to bring to Mexico too, to put some stuff in. But you can actually move, got it. You can move these around to wherever you want. including these like longer ones in the middle here. Let me see. I'm at an awkward angle. It's hard to get them in and out there. But anyway, so super fun. And then of course we've got the top here also has like a zipper with a pocket that goes in and then spots for some pens there. So that was really, really neat. I'm excited to use that. And then we had this little card thing here. So we had product playground passport. I did not fill mine out. Whoops. You know, I can chat, so that's what I did most of the time. But it was really kind of cool. So it showed you like how to go through this fun little path here that they had set up, and I'll talk more about that in a little bit too. But that was kind of neat. And then we had, sorry, my eye itches. I know I could just edit that out, but I'm just going to leave it. So anyway, we had this fun notebook, and I don't know why I've showed this to a couple of times to like my team and whatever. And every single time I put it back in the plastic, but this is really, really, it's like a soft leather bound. It's really cool. It says Stampin' Up on the side, has that fun design on the front and the back here. And then it's got different types of paper inside. So this is like bulleted list, right? And then you've got like regular kind of writing and then a bulleted list down below. And then it's also got, and they're just like all kind of mixed together. And then you've got just like complete regular lines. So I thought that was really neat. I have a really hard time taking notes at events. So yes, I know that's what it was intended for, but did I take a single note the whole weekend? No. Do I wish I had? Kind of, but we also have Facebook, and there were a couple things I really wanted, like some measurements for some of the projects they showed, and I just took pictures of those. So, and everything else I thought, oh, I wish I had that, I've already found on Facebook, so I'm good. We also had a letter in here. This sticker was not on it. I added that later. But we had a letter. Some people did not have letters. My mom did not have a letter. But if you had any accomplishments last year during the Stampin' Up year, then it told you on the letter, like, okay, so for example, it says, blah, blah, blah. You had to go get your ribbons, which I'll show you. Okay, so it says your achievements are listed below, along with when and how you'll be recognized for each category. So, like on here, on Friday morning, I walked on stage for the incentive trip because I earned the incentive trip to Mexico. And I do have to add, so I don't get yelled at, that is the incentive trip is really hard to earn. It's very possible to earn. It is very hard to earn. And less than 1% of demonstrators actually do earn the incentive trip. And I have to add that in because otherwise the government gets mad. And then also on Saturday, I had some stand-and waves. So for various things, you like stand out of your chair and just wave. And then I also walked on stage because I advanced in title last year. So that was really fun. So I've got that fun letter there, which will just, you know, go in my little keepsakes. And then we also got some pens, which are really nice. So I heard people say that these are in the in colors. I don't know if that's true or not. Some of them do look close to the in colors, like this one looks like Peach Pie. This one looks like Summer Splash, and this one looks like Petunia Pop, but I don't know that they were really supposed to be the in colors. Who knows? But if they were, we've got Azure Afternoon and Melon Mambo in here too. And they do write in the color that you see here. So that's really cool. Love pens. And then we also got this really awesome pin, this OnStage Stampin' Up pin. They love to do that. You can see my pins up on that cork board there. They love to do pins, and I love them too. So the only thing I wish is it had the year. It doesn't, but I can write that on the back. So we got that pin, and then we also, these were just kind of fun, but they had these little balls. Now on Wednesday night when I went and snooped around a little, they had gumball machines, and I had heard from an Australian demo that we were supposed to get tokens to actually like get one of these out of the machine. Well, I'm guessing something happened because when we checked in, they just told us to grab one from the jar, and I never saw the gumball machines again. But anyway, in here are 3 pins. They're all random. And there were 6 different ones total, and they said that if you had all 6 that they would like make a picture, which is really neat, and you could trade them with other people to create your picture or whatever. And the funny thing is that my mom and I, these are just random, like the color has nothing to do with it. Mine's orange, hers was green. They're completely random which 3 pins are inside. My mom and I got the exact same 3 pins, which is funny because, oh, and then I dropped it. That's okay. It can stay on the floor for a second. It's just funny because I don't know. I just thought it was. Okay, and then also at check-in, I got this. So because I am higher in title with the company, everyone who is Silver Elite and above in title, got an extra gift. So it's this cute little, and I kept this on here. It's this cute little pencil case, and you might be thinking, I still have the paper in here, but you might be thinking, Melissa, what pencils can fit in there, right? I mean, look at this. They're not gonna fit, right? Okay, watch this. Ready? Zoop! Isn't that cool? Okay, now they'll fit. So I think that the idea behind this is that you could put like your colored pencils or your blends or whatever you want in here. And then when you want to use them, you push this part down and then they're all sticking out of the top. So you can, you know, get to them easier, which I think is super duper clever, because I can't even tell you, yes, I still color with crayons sometimes, and it's so annoying when I have to like dump the crayon box halfway, but then some fall out, you know, like, so that's smart. So anyway, and then we also got a lanyard, standard lanyard, and a little name badge like this, and then those ribbon I was talking about with the letter, you went and found a ribbon for whatever it told you to. So everyone got their title. So mine is Silver Elite. So everybody got their title, and then you pulled your other ribbons. So I earned the incentive trip. I hit level 3 in sales, and then level 2 in leadership and team building. So I got to pull a ribbon for each of those, which is really fun. Some people have very long ribbon chains, and it's really fun to see. But everyone at least gets their title, which is nice. And then of course at the top here, just the symbol. So I'm from America. That is a QR code with our agenda. This is my prize patrol number. This is that I got standard meals instead of vegetarian or gluten-free. And then this has a punch on it because this was part of our OnStage after hours, which I will talk about. But they punched it because I had redeemed my bundle and gotten my bundle. So anyway, the colors on those were different. Here, I'll show you the backside because it's, so mine is purple, which means I got the purple bundle, which, you know, didn't mean anything to anybody but Stampin' Up, but it was how they kept track of it, and it was actually really smart. So anyway, so that was checking in. That was all the stuff that we got for checking in. So then we went back up to the room to put our stuff away, and I was like, you guys, it's lazy river time. So Heidi and her mom and Cheryl and her downline and Marion, and I think Heidi said a few other friends or whatever, they ended up going out to eat. And I was like, I've been waiting way too long to get into this Texas-shaped lazy river on the roof of the hotel. I'm not waiting anymore. So my mom and I went down to the lazy river and floated around in there. I'll have some pictures up of that too. And then after they finished eating, they came and joined, and it was really fun. I got to meet Jenny Merck from Georgia, floated around with her and her husband. And yeah, it was just a really fun time. Now the pool deck is so cold because it's on the 6th floor, but think of it as like, here's the hotel. Okay. And these are like, lobby, restaurants, conference center, gym, spa, all that. And then you've got like an L that shoots up the side, and those are all the rooms. Okay, so then the wind comes in and it gets trapped on that 6th deck, even though all the rooms start on floor 7 and above, like 7 to 17 or something. I don't know. Anyway, so all the wind goes on there. So even though it was like 80 degrees in Houston, it was cold because of the wind. So we stayed there for a while, and then at 4 o'clock that day, we had the beginning of our event. So around 2 or so, 2:15, we went back and I re-showered because wind and hair don't mix. So I re-showered and got ready. My mom got ready, all that. And then we went down and we met Heidi and Cheryl and Marion and other folks for the beginning of OnStage, which was really fun. So I don't really remember specifically what happened at each session, but I do know we got to see 1, if not 2, demonstrations. So Stampin' Up! Will ask demonstrators if they want to present. So I'll get a survey after this one asking if I want to present at a future OnStage. And if you say yes and you're, you know, they like what they see and blah, 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 however they pick, they might ask you to present at an OnStage. So we got to see a couple of demonstrators do some of the new suites from the new catalog, which was really fun. And then we were done, and let's see, I think we went back to the hotel room. Like, it was very quick. It was like a couple of demonstrations and like a welcome video, and I think a little bit of recognition. Some of the marches happened, I I think. And then we went back to the hotel room and had dinner, and then we came back for the OnStage after hours. Now, this was an additional thing you could do. It was not like a guarantee part of your registration. You paid extra for this, but you could do it if you wanted to. And OnStage after hours is something new that they offered, but basically on registration, we could pick from 3 different bundles, and each of the bundles is in the new catalog. So I picked this one, Spotlight on Nature. Now, I do like the stamps, but let me show you why I picked it. Yeah, I mean, come on. So look at those awesome circles. So I picked this bundle for that. And I did not bring anything to craft along. They did ask you to bring like a trimmer, some blocks, adhesive, snips, whatever. I didn't do that because I was like, these are take and makes for me. I'm too chatty. I'm just not gonna create. So I chose Spotlight on Nature as mine, and then my mom chose one called Country Flowers. Well, Heidi's mom Judy had chosen the Citrus Blooms, and all day I was like, I could not remember which bundles we had picked, and I was like, I really hope we got Citrus Blooms because I really want Citrus Blooms. Well, Heidi's mom got Citrus Blooms and really wanted Country Flowers. My mom got Country Flowers and really wanted Citrus Blooms. Now, keep in mind, we did select these when we registered, so this was our own, like, whoops, we didn't remember, right? Anyway, so the two moms decided, okay, we'll just swap our stuff. So we swapped, and so my mom ended up with Citrus Blooms with these fun dies. And this is part of a suite in the new catalog, and it is so pretty. And then this ended up being like a blessing in disguise, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But so we got Citrus Blooms, which is fun. So that's a new set that's coming out. And then everybody also got this packet here. And this is a sampler pack of all the new in colors. And then also, and I have 2 here because I have mine and my mom's, we got the new in color shimmer gems and a package of the Baker's Twine Essentials pack, which in my opinion, you can never have enough of. So we got that to craft your projects with. And then they gave you a, oh, was it a PDF or it was like a booklet? It was a booklet. That's what it was. Hold on. I have one here. I don't know what happened to mine. It's got to be somewhere. Anyway, I don't think this one's mine. But this is a booklet, and then it showed you, like, you could flip it open, because there were 3 different sets, and then you would make 3 cards with that set. So all 3 of the sets are in here, and you could make these cards. And so they had extra card stock. So like this one uses pecan pie. Well, we didn't get pecan pie in our kit there, so it was on the table. And then they had all the ink pads as well, so that you could, you know, make your cards, which I didn't do, but you could if you were more prepared. So that was that. And then we ended a little bit early that night because I didn't sleep very well. I actually didn't end up sleeping very well at all ever on the whole trip. I only got like 4 to 5 hours of sleep each night. But that was our first night, after our first night, and I thought I would sleep better the rest of the nights, and I didn't. So we decided, you know, we ended a little bit early. I chatted with more people, and my mom and I just decided to go back to the room and try to go to bed. So that's what we did. And then on Friday morning, we got up, and Friday's session was from 9 to 5. They did give us a break for lunch in the middle from, I believe it was noon to 3. And so we had to be down there. And okay, when I say it starts at 9, I mean the doors open at 8:30, which means you better be there by like 8:15. So yeah. So we went down, and, you know, we were ready, whatever. And then they started with the presentations, and I did my incentive trip walk, and just a bunch of stuff. And so part of, I'll just say, so for OnStage, for both Friday and Saturday, the main stage is what they call it when you're all in the room together watching like whatever's happening on stage. All of that was really great. It was demonstrations, recognition. We got to see the new catalog. They talked to us about like the layout of the new catalog because it is a little bit different, that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to go too much into detail there because I honestly don't really remember it fully. But also like it just, I don't know. Just was what it was. But one of the cool perks of OnStage is that they do prize patrol. So one of the all attendee gifts, so everybody who went got this new background stamp called Leaf Collection. Super awesome red rubber, but a background stamp. So everybody got this, and I love it. I think it's super fun. And then I think that was on Friday we got that. And then on Saturday we all got a new kit. So this one is, see, it's got a little baggie here. And then, hold on, I gotta flip it. Whoops. and crash it, I guess. This one is called the Hooray for Honeycomb kit. It is not yet available. We didn't get told when it will be available, but everybody who went to OnStage got one of those, which is really fun. And I did see my friend Rhonda put together some of the projects, and so I got to see some of those, and they are gorgeous. They are so fun. So that was really cool. And then we also, with our numbers, so if you remember, I was number 4, we got a couple of prize patrols. I believe ours happened on Saturday. So I actually got the Mediterranean Blooms DSP. So the Citrus Blooms bundle coordinates with this in the suite, and those are not on our pre-order list. So demonstrators can't buy those until May 1st. And so that was really super exciting that I got this paper early. And then my mom got this, she was number 2, and she got this Frames and Flowers DSP, which is really beautiful as well, and also something that we can't order until May 1st. So we really lucked out on some items. Some of the Prize Patrol items were things on the pre-order list, and so I feel like we really lucked out because ours weren't on the pre-order list, so we just have them early, which is really exciting. So there's that. And then also on Friday, I stopped in at the Leaders Lounge. So because I am Silver Elite, for everyone Silver Elite and above, they had a special room where you could kind of go. They had snacks and a couple of gifts and whatever. So it was really fun. So we all got this little Stampin' Up mug, super cute, fun little travel mug there. So I got this, and they were really nice, and they let my mom come into the room with me, so she got one too. So that was really exciting. You know, they're just good people. Stampin' Up is good people. Okay, so another thing of OnStage is that a lot of people like swapping. I did not do swaps this time around, but I did do gifts, and I don't have a gift fully put together, but I do have it in pieces. So I'm going to show you this, and I do have a picture too, so I'll put that up. But I made these little cowboy ducks. I shouldn't say I made them. I bought them, but the pieces all came unassembled. So my mom hot glued them all together. And I thought, oh my gosh, how stinking cute are those? So then I made these little tags, and I printed these out. I wrote them up on, on the internet, and I printed these out, and then I cut them out with our tailor-made tags dies. And it says, on the top, it says Stampin' Up OnStage Houston 2024. And it says, "You are utterly awesome. Love, Melissa Faust," on there. And then I stamped, colored, and punched out our little cow and added that. And then this one in a little cello bag with some dinner mints or after dinner mints that are packaged in a cow wrapping, which I thought was cute. So I just said, "You want a cowboy duck?" And I thought that was super fun. So I made sure to keep one for myself this time. If you guys missed that, in Norway, I got stuff for my team and I didn't get one for myself. So that was a bummer. But I do have a friend going to Norway in a couple of months, so I'm going to ask him to keep his eye out. So anyway, so that was that. And I did not swap. Okay. So these were gifts that I was giving to people that I knew. And, some people that I knew either gave me a gift in return or they insisted that I take their swap. So I do have a little bin of stuff to show you. So I am going to show you that. And then, so I'll show you these, and then I will answer the questions you guys asked. And then, I'm going to put up a bunch of pictures, but I think that I pretty much covered it. So this first one is from my friend Monica Ghiberti. And she's my fun Italian friend. She doesn't live in Italy, but she did grow up there. So she's really awesome. And it's got some Post-it notes, like little tabby ones for your catalog, and some chocolate, and of course that cute little ladybug. Okay, this one is from a sweet lady. Her name is Jamie Sales. Stop talking while I open it. And this was so stinking sweet of her. She came up to say hi to me. I had not met her before, and she said, "Can I give you something?" And I said, "Well, I'm not swapping. Like, I don't have anything to give back." And she said, "No, I want to give you this." So this cute little box, and I'm like, what's in it, right? Okay, this is so stinking cute. She had M&Ms made. Look how cute those are. So I thought that was a great idea, and then she made a little box to put them in. So thank you, Jamie, for that, Jamie Sales. And then this one is from my friend Anastasia, and it's, you may recognize it. It was actually a paper pumpkin, and then she's got some Andes mints inside. I don't want to dump them out, but some Andes mints. So that was really sweet of her. And then let's see, this one is from Vicky Spicer, and this is so cute. Look at how little that is. There's a mini like travel pack of Tic Tacs inside, and I got some of those from somebody else, so I'll show you what that looks like. But how stinking cute is that? This one is from my friend Dana Sullivan, And this is really cute. So this Kool-Aid thing is popping candy. I think it's like Pop Rocks. And then she put this box together, but to protect it when traveling, she actually has it flat. And then she has a QR code on the back so that we can watch her video on how to put it together, which I thought was cute. She calls it the hot air balloon treat holder. And I thought that was really awesome. This is from Kimberly Heil, cute little bunny bag filled with snacks. I also met her down in Houston, and it just was so sweet of her to give that to me. And let's see, this is from my friend Bonnie Alexander, and this is stuck in here, so I can't get it out, but it's a little Nespresso coffee thing. So that was cute, using our new coffee set from the online exclusives. This is from my friend Jeannie Nielsen, and look, he's got a cute little wobbly head. And this is cool, because look, it's Milk Duds. I thought that was so cool. And then she closed off this side. I've seen these before. I've made these before even, but the other end has been open. And so that was kind of cool that it was closed. I thought that was neat. And then this one is from my friend Heather Guerrero. I don't know if I said her name right, but Heather, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. And it's a cute little composition book that she decorated, and it's so gorgeous. She did a really great job. You can see she stamped the zinnias and then ran that through the crosshatch from the Basics 3D embossing folder. But a cute little composition notebook, and I thought this was perfect because this is something you could keep on you. So that was awesome. This, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but this is from my friend Jenna Carr, and oh, there you go. You can see she had these made. This is one of our clear blocks. It says Melissa with the OnStage logo in Houston, March 2024. So that is a cool little keepsake. I might leave it in the cello because it's so cute like that, but it's going to go up on that shelf there. Let's see. Oh, this is from my friend Cheryl Wright. I got something else from her too, but I'll show you this. So she likes to make, scissor charms, and she shrinky dinks. She makes earrings, whatever, you name it. She likes to do shrinky dinks. So I have another one here from her that I got in Vegas, a little polar bear. And so I got a truck this time, which is so cute. And let's see, this, I do not know the name of the person who gave me this. She came up, I was taking a group photo, and she came up, she was in the group, and she said, "Here, have a button made out of DSP." And then she ran off, so I don't know her name. So thank you to whoever gave this. But she did. She made a button out of our, I think it's the Forever Love DSP. I think that's what it's called, or that's what the suite's called. And then she put an SU sticker on there, which I thought was cute. This is from my friend Diane Alberts, and I tied it the opposite way. It was tied around here, but I wanted to be able to open it. And this is so funny. She told me that she had travel size Kleenexes in these, but she ran out. So you want to know what I got? Let's just say this is going to be my niece's because she'll love it. It's one of those mirror hairbrush things, which I think is so cute. And of course mine is pink, and my mom, she gave one to my mom too, and my mom's is black. So those are going to my niece and nephew because they're gonna love them. So that was really cute. And then this one is from my upline Sue Kramer. So it's a little, I put it in upside down because it was hard, this base was hard to get out of the bag, but she put a little tag on there, and then it has this cute little sunflower cart, and then on the back here you can see it's got that spiral, so you could put pictures or cards in there, which is super cute. And then also some candy, and she gave me a card too, but we'll get to that. So just some fun candy as well, and the tag says "just can't thank you enough," which is really sweet. And I think her card says "thank you for helping me grow," so she had like a flower theme, so that was sweet. This is from one of my best Stampin' friends, Deborah Harrison. I love her so much. It hurts. She gave me this. She's so sweet. And this is a ruler, and on the bottom it says "Stampin' friends are beyond measure." How cute is that? And then she's got some candy in here, and there's a pen at the bottom, and then in the back here you can see it better there. She's got a little travel chamois. So if I scooch this, you can tell I didn't open these out of the cello because I wanted to show you like how I got them, but it says "my travel chamois," and that is so cute, so you can use it on the go. I love that. This pen is from my friend Dana Sullivan. She's the one who did that hot air balloon popping treat. She said that the tulip changes colors, but I haven't been able to get it to work yet, so more to come. But I thought it's still just so stinking cute. So it's a pen. How cute is that? That is so fun. So she was like, "Here, have a pen." And I was like, "Thanks, Dana." This one then is from my friend Cheryl Wright, and she's part of Retreat. She's the one who made that truck charm. She also, of course, made this one. So this is I think it's the decorative circle punch, and then you can see how small she made it. and stamped the cow on there, and it says you're absolutely amazing. Super duper cute. And then Cheryl put in this pouch, this is a 31 pouch, and how brilliant. I own 31 stuff, but I do not own this pouch, and this was really great. I dumped out the contents and used this to travel home, and it was super, super nice. So I might have to get another one. But anyway, so there's a little hand lotion in here, and then a bunch of candy. Of course, I got some candy to eat. And then this one, this is my last gift that I got, and this is from Marion. Oh, I did get a gift from Heidi. I showed you the tag and then the shirt, but I forgot to bring the shirt down here. So that gift was from her. Cheryl, Heidi, and Marion are my retreat buddies. So this is from Marion. It's got a cute little tag on the front that says Melissa, and it's got our retreat logo on the back, and then some fake, luckily, blue bonnets. I said, Marion, those better be fake because they're gonna die on the way home. But you can see this cute little pouch. So we're gonna open it together because I know that there's stuff in here that I haven't even seen yet. So let me untie the twine. And whoa, she just did it up so pretty that I was like, if I take this apart, I'm not gonna get it back together. So we've got those beautiful blue bonnets. And then, let's see, we've got a little fake leather Texas rug. Marion is from just outside of Houston, so that was fun. Ooh, I can smell the Reese's with that being open. Here's a cute Texas, oh, that is so cute. Little Texas dish towel. Super fun, super cute. Then we've got some hot chocolate in here, lots of hot chocolate packs. Oh, what is this? Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. It says howdy on the outside. I love that. Okay, so we've got, it's all gonna fall out. Hold on. So some more hot chocolate. She spoiled me. She said, Melissa, coffee or tea? And I said neither. And she said, well, what do you drink that's hot? And I said, hot chocolate. This trail mix is so stinking good. I love the bunny bait trail mix from Target. Oh my gosh. Marion loves unicorns, so that is cute. A little unicorn duck and a shot glass. That is funny. Okay, what is this? Oh, oh, that is so neat. That is a tape measure. How do I get it back inside? Yeah, I thought maybe if I pressed it on the middle. That is so cool. We just lost our like cloth one too, so a little tape measure. That's neat. Some Swiss Miss Keurig hot chocolate, and some down at the bottom as well. This is Galliano. Okay, if you guys drink, and I'm like butchering these names, I don't drink alcohol, so you might be totally laughing at me, but this probably goes with the shot glass, right? There's Werther's in here, and then some Texas shaped post-it notes. Oh my gosh, Marion, you spoiled me. And then of course some sticky tabs as well for catalogs, of course. And in this cute little Texas mug. Howdy, y'all. So that's really cute. And then I think that's it. There's some grass in the bottom, and then it's filled with Reese's and Werther's and hot chocolate and bunny bait trail mix, all that good stuff. So there's that. And then I have some cards that I received as well. So again, some people were like, take my swap card, and I was like, okay. So this is the one from my upline Sue that I was mentioning earlier, and then it flips up and she's got a thing in here. It says, thanks for being part of my Stampin' Up journey, and it's got a little zinnia seed packet in there, so super cute. This one is from Rachel Tessman, my friend Rachel, and you may recognize this. She has the $1 Million Set Layering Leaves. That's the one she helped design. So she used it to make carrots and a little bunny tail and bunny ears. I thought that was so cute for Easter. This one is from my friend Jenna Carr. Super awesome with that motorcycle. This one is from Carla Goodless, and I don't know why I cannot ever remember this. TCB means taking care of business. When I've said that before, like to my dad, he was like, yeah, I know. And I was like, well, I keep reading it and I keep forgetting what it stands for. So this is from Marion Dornan. Super fun fold card. This one is from Celine Kempton. Super beautiful. I love how that one turned out. And this last one is from Joey Hartman with that coffee set. So super duper cute. So those are all my gifts. I think that's all the stuff. I obviously also got a pre-order and an annual catalog. I did not bring the catalog down here, so I can't show you, but you'll see it in pictures. But I'm not going to show you the pre-order. Not yet. So anyway, so I'm going to flip over now to some of the questions you guys asked. And let me see here. So, okay, so first question was, what do you think of the new catalog look and feel and layout? So not really a super specific OnStage question, but I'm just going to say I love it. I think that the way that they've laid out the new catalog is really intuitive. All of the suites are together. All of the, like, the kits, you know, the kits we sell just online, they're not in a publication, but all that kit stuff is together, all of the, like, quick and easy stuff. So if you are not necessarily, like, brand new, but if you're looking for quick cards, right, like maybe you're traveling or you just need to make something, like you need real quick a thank you card and you don't have one in your stash. Yeah, right. You know, you can just make it quick, and then all of the suites are together, and then all of the bundles are together, and then all of the stamp sets are together. And I just think it's really cool. They've made it a really fun, like, resource. So it's not just a catalog anymore, it's a resource. So there's like colors, you know, like a color wheel in there and color theory. There are card sketches. There's 22 sketches on page 22. I will never forget that. And there's techniques. I mean, it's just a really awesome catalog. So I'm excited for it. And of course, like, the stuff in there is really awesome too, but okay, next question are, what are the breakout sessions that you heard about and what type of topics? So that's a great question. I don't think I talked about that, but we did have breakout sessions during OnStage. So on Friday there was one session. On Saturday on Saturday there was one session. So, like, one time. On Friday, you got to choose between, I think, 3 classes. There was one on finding customers, one on increasing sales, and I don't remember what the last one was on, but there were a couple that you could choose from to go to. You also, like, it's optional. So if you wanted to extend lunch, you could do that. If you wanted to go take a nap, you could do that. I went to the one about customers, you know, so I was in that one. And then on Saturday, there were 2 breakout sessions. One of them was for Silver Elite and above demonstrators, and that was to brainstorm some ideas for some things coming up. And the other one was the benefits of title advancement, just to tell people, like, what do the Silver Elite and above demonstrators do? What do they get? So those were the breakout sessions. They were not like super duper business focused, but they could be, you know, depending on how you did that. So, okay, next question was, as a demonstrator, do you pay to attend? And if so, can I ask how much it costs? Yes, I'm an open book. I'll tell you. Yes, you do pay to attend. It was, I think, $345 or $350. And I know some of you are going to go, oh my gosh, what? But look at all that stuff we got. They also did a price breakdown. Did you know that, like, for one meal at a convention center, to have it catered in, one meal is like $70, and each can of pop is like $7? Did you know that? So definitely, I mean, made sense pricing wise. Because I am a Silver Elite demonstrator, we do get one free event each year. So I used my free event credit for this. So that was just fine. So I didn't pay for myself to attend the event. I got it for free, but that's only if you're Silver Elite and above, and you only get it for one event each year. So, but otherwise, I think it was $345 or $350, somewhere around there. And then, I mean, just other average costs. It was in Houston this year at the same time as the rodeo. So flying from Minnesota to Houston was a little bit expensive. And then, of course, the room was expensive. So it was a trip. I mean, it's definitely an investment, but it's, for me personally, it's not something I would ever consider missing unless there was some kind of big life event. But if, like, I wouldn't personally ever let money stand in the way, because I know how powerful it is to be in that room with the people who love what you love, and to be with those people who you can brainstorm with. It is just, yes, exhausting, absolutely exhausting, but it's in a good way. And it's just so, like, refreshing to be there with those people. OnStage is only once a year. So some of these people you only see once a year. So that was kind of that. So yeah, I would say with my hotel and the flights, combining both for my mom and myself, it was probably a couple $1,000s. Not gonna lie. I think, like, for just me, it was probably like $1,000. So, but I also chose to go in early and all that. So it just really depends. And, you know, if it's a place where you can drive, next year's in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you're close to there and you can drive there, you can drive. You don't have to stay at the hotels they picked. I picked the more expensive one, you know, whatever. So, okay, next question was, how much did it cost? And is it nonstop Stampin' Up! Activities, or is there downtime? So I answered the cost. Okay, so Friday was 9 to 5. We had a break from noon to 3 for lunch. So during lunch, you could do the product playground, which was just like seeing new kits, new paper pumpkins, seeing the new ink colors, or not seeing new paper pumpkins, but like interacting with paper pumpkin. We voted on our favorite ink color with ping pong balls, which was fun. So a bunch of stuff like that. And then on Friday, so then from 3 to 3:45 was a breakout session. So I personally did go back to my room during lunch, not the whole time, but I did go back during lunch because I needed the reset. I needed the break. Believe it or not, I'm an introvert. So I did need that break. So you can absolutely do that. And that's also why I chose to stay at the hotel that was right there, because I could go back to my room and be there within 5 minutes. So, and then Saturday, same thing. I think lunch on Saturday was 12:30 to 3. So it was a little bit shorter, but we still had a good break in there for lunch. And then they had a video showing with Dr. Michelle Rosen and our CEO, Sarah Douglas. They had that showing for like 45 minutes or so. If you wanted to attend that, you could go to that, because some people were done with product playground. They just wanted like quiet time. So that was an option as well. So, but it was 9 to 5. Oh my gosh, I didn't even tell you about Friday night's recognition party. On Friday night, we had a recognition party. So we went back and we saw a stamping presentation. We had a little bit more recognition from 7 to 10, and then we went out, and we were supposed to have a party outside, but it was raining. So they had a party inside with like hors d'oeuvres and a DJ, and it was just a really good time. So yeah. So that's that. You can kind of choose to participate as much as you want. I'd say bare minimum, you would probably be in the room for the main stage events. That's like the bare minimum, which would be maybe like 5 hours a day, which really isn't that bad. So, okay, so details, girl, doesn't matter who's sharing, you just like to know it all. All right. What did I get to walk across the stage for? So I did mention that earlier as well, but I got to walk across the stage for earning the incentive trip to Mexico and for advancing in title to Silver Elite. So that was really, really fun. So for the incentive trip, there were so many of us there in Houston that we just walked. And for the title advancement, they actually announced my name, and then I walked when they announced my name. Okay, so the next two questions, let's see, this question, how many $1 million achievers walked the stage? I'd have to guess, and I'd say 25. So I don't know if well, okay, so that's kind of a big answer, because they do recognize for every $100,000 sold. So next year at OnStage, I will walk the stage again, because I hit my $100,000 in sales during this Stampin' Up! Year. So I'll get to walk next year. So they do that. At exactly $1 million, I think there were 6 or 7. At exactly $2 million, there was 1. And I think that was it. So like that would be like, 7 or 8. But then they did also walk for like 1.2 million and 1.3 million and 1.5 million and whatever. But at the actual millions, they had fire shoot up from the stage. It was really cool. So, okay. And the next question is the last question I have. And this one, I don't even know the answer to. It was how many hobby or discount demonstrators were at OnStage. I have absolutely no idea. And here's why. When you buy the starter kit, you are technically considered a demonstrator, okay? Doesn't mean you have to do classes, doesn't mean you have to sell to anybody. You can just enjoy your own discount. But the term hobby demonstrator is self-proclaimed. To Stampin' Up, we're all just demonstrators. Okay, so that's just that. We are just demonstrators. So in order to know the answer to that, I would have to know every single person's model, if they do a business or not. And so I don't have a good answer for you. I'm sorry about that. I can tell you, I think there were a little bit under 2,000 people there. I heard 1975. I don't know that exact number is accurate, but around 2,000 people were there. If I had to guess, I'd say half were hobby demonstrators, because a lot of people like to go with their teams. So even if their team leader, does classes and whatever, a lot of people would still go. I knew people who couldn't go and they still registered because they got access to the product purchase premiere. So yeah, I don't really have a good answer. There were 2,000 people there. How many were hobbies? I don't know. But if you are considering, if you're asking that because you're considering, like, maybe you want to become a hobby demo, or you are a hobby demo and you want to go next year, I would highly encourage you to go. You get to see products early. You get to see the in colors early. You get to play with stuff early. You get to order early. Like, there's no reason not to. You know, unless it's like a financial thing or you have something else going on or whatever. If it's purely a mindset thing of like, I can't go because I don't sell, absolutely not. You can still go. And I highly encourage you to go. And if you do go, I want you to come and say hi to me. So anyway, so that's kind of that. And if you do have more questions about that, let me know. But yeah, so that was all of the questions. I think I shared all. I know that this video is a really long one, but you know what? That's okay. I like that. So I'm a chatter. Okay, so I am going to sign off here in a second. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, you rock. You're really awesome. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and just, you know, kind of fun. I am going to put up pictures now of, you know, me with people and all that, just so I have that memory down the line. As I mentioned before, if you were at OnStage and you don't see a picture of us on the screen, it's because I don't have it. So send it to me. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.